Hi, I want to talk about something that I noticed that not a lot of people actually address, or even bring up, or even commentate on, or whatever, and I feel like it's something that should be talked about. So, just a little bit of context here I have 24 email accounts for various reasons. Not going to touch into that, it's just the reasoning why I'm talking about it is I accidentally logged into the wrong one. So, while I was looking into it, because I was like, what the hell is all this shit? I had an email from Nancy Pelosi, and I was just kind of like, huh, okay. So I started reading it, and I mean, it's not really a secret. I'm not really a fan of Nancy Pelosi. I'm not really a fan of most of any of the left wing politics nowadays. I used to be extremely liberal back in the day, and I feel like the party kind of left me, and it is what it is. I'm not here to really talk too much about politics, just the people who are trying to push their politics. Because I think it's very cancerous and it's a very disgusting thing. It's predatory. That's what it is. So I'm just like, oh god damn it, why do you have my email account? So I'm reading it and she's like, I know it wasn't like a personal message, but it was very clearly like one of those like spam messages where it's spread across to everybody for the Democratic Party, and she basically was wanting me to donate $15 because the evil Republicans are trying to flip six different seats in like six different states. And I'm like, no. I actually responded to her and I said, how about you use some of that inside trading you got and you could fund your own campaign? You don't need to be taking my $15. I live in California. That $15 is like half a loaf of bread. I can't afford to be giving you $15, nor would I ever fucking give you $15. I wouldn't even consider giving you that fucking money. I wouldn't even give you the money to buy a pack of gum. Because I know what you do with that kind of money. You don't fucking do jack shit. I live in Los Angeles. You know what they do with the homeless people fund? I forgot what the fund's called, but you know what they do with it? Nada. They don't do jack shit. It's disgusting out here. It is literally like the nastiest fucking city I have ever been in. And I just cannot wrap my mind around it. Oh wait, that's right. It's a blue state. That's why. I know some stupid dipshit's gonna watch this big conservative view. No, but at least I can say this about conservative states. They're major cities. It's not nearly as fucking bad as these. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with everything on the right wing, of course. I don't agree with everything on the left wing. I like to think of myself as more of like a moderate, or just I pick whatever makes more sense. Okay, if that makes sense. Like I don't agree with everything on either side. I hate both sides. The way I see it is all politicians are literally best friends. They don't give a fuck about us. So why sit there and simp for an old man in Congress that can't agree to anything with the other old man that's sitting in Congress? That's the way I see it. But I do think it's extremely predatory that they want to prey on, teenagers or young adults who clearly don't know what the fuck they're talking about, what they're fighting for, what they're even wanting to protest for, things to threaten their lives for, things to disrupt other people's lives for. This shit, I think it's disgusting. It's absolutely the worst in humanity that I think this country can produce. And it's even worse when they sit there and fucking email you because that is some disgusting shit right there. It's straight up because you know what, people can say what they want about Trump, but he never fucking emailed me. I don't think he even took bribes or anything, right? I'm not even 100% sure. I don't think he took money from anybody, and I think that's probably why the establishment didn't like him so much because they couldn't really control him. The more you think about it, the more it kind of wants to red pill you, But I just, the way I see it is these fucking people who run this country, left wing, right wing, they all have like millions of fucking dollars and they want to have us campaign for them. They want us to fund their fucking shit while they tax us to fucking death. We when we came here, we literally had a tea party over like what a 2% tax increase on tea. We're getting taxed for like 50% of our fucking checks right now. We're just eating that shit up and it's like why? What what went wrong? What led us to this point where we can just accept this as a new reality and this is perfectly okay and acceptable? Like, God damn it, in California, we're about to start getting taxed for how many miles we drive on our car. It's fucking insanity. It's ludicrous. It's delusional. It's just. And you know what? People out here, for the most part, especially in LA, I noticed in Northern California it's not necessarily as bad apart from like fucking San Francisco. But the people I hear, they just think that, oh God, these politicians are doing a really good job. No, they're fucking not. Los Angeles used to be somewhat decent looking. Decent, I say decent very loosely, but it used to be somewhat not so bad. I didn't feel disgusting walking on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I didn't feel disgusting going to the beach. But now I go out there and I'm feeling like, damn, I might have to fucking stab somebody who might be trying to stalk me. Because I went to Long Beach a couple years ago. Fun fact, I'm from Long Beach, California. I didn't grow up there, but I'm from there. But I went out there with a friend of my brother, and this guy got really aggressive with us when we were walking by. I guess because we didn't pay him any attention. Because, that's everyone out here is very superficial. Everyone wants to be noticed in California. For whatever reason, people think that, me walking around holding my phone up like this means that you have to give me attention, and that means I'm valuable and what I have to say is important, when it's not. But this man got very aggressive with me, and I don't like that. I don't like that this is how the states come. And I wanted to actually talk about the email thing, but I feel like I just kind of wanted to rant about California for for being honest here. But I guess, oh yeah, that's right. Who runs this state is related to Nancy Pelosi, so it's like, okay, there it is, right there. I hate politics. Politics are a very disgusting thing. You know what I miss? I miss back before 2016, where nobody gave a fuck about this shit, and you could date somebody on the opposite spectrum of the political scale. It didn't mean anything. I actually had conservative friends. I didn't always agree with what they said, but you know what? We got along very well. Back when I was super fucking liberal, of course. But you know what? Nowadays, you can't do that. You can't be friends with people on the other side because these old fucking losers in fucking Washington are sitting there holding their strings and they're playing us all like a fucking fiddle and people are eating it up. Apart from me, because I don't really care. Here's the thing about me. I don't care what your political party is. I don't care what your political beliefs are. Keep that shit to yourself. I don't really want to ask questions about it. It's very hard to meet people and become friends with people or even potentially date people if they don't agree with you nowadays. It's a very dangerous game of playing with fire. And it's people like Nancy Pelosi who's doing this shit where they email you, which it's kind of funny because that also shows you your age. Because nobody checks their fucking emails in 2022. You check your emails if you're trying to verify a link to change your password. You check your emails if it's for something to do in regards of work or filing an appointment with the doctor. That's when you check your emails. People don't really do that no more, which is just it just shows you like how out of touch these people are, which is another reason why I was just kind of like, what? Why did you email this to me? Joe Biden's campaign actually emailed me, or not emailed me, but they messaged me on Facebook about 2 years ago because I engaged with one of his posts and it had that automatic, like, very predatory, very thirsty, like, hey, can you help us with our fund to take down tyrant Donald Trump? And I was just like, why would I give money to somebody who sniffs children? Why would I fund somebody who is very clearly a rapist and has gotten away with it when the woman that he raped, Tara Reid, if you know anything about it, has been complaining about it for many years, but nobody talks about it for whatever reason. Oh yeah, that's right. Everyone was talking about Donald Trump. That's things like this is what kind of made me realize, like, damn, I really can't sit with you guys on the bench anymore because it's just so fucking crazy. But here's the thing about it too, because I say things like this, people just assume automatically, oh, you're a Trump supporter, you the red hat MAGA. No, I don't like any of them. I think Trump was probably not a bad president. Personally, that's my personal opinion. Everyone's entitled to their personal opinion. I wouldn't say I am a Trump supporter. I would never be caught dead at a MAGA rally. I would even wear a MAGA hat unless it was just to be ironic or to be funny or just to piss people off in public. But I'm not that kind of person to do that kind of thing anymore. So that ship has long sailed. But I do think he was, for the most part, treated unfairly. I don't agree with most of the shit that he said. I do like that he was an asshole. I think it's funny that people just built this whole Kinanon. I can't say the word properly because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube because it's part of the reason I got my old channel taken down. But at least, I mean, say what you want about him again. Like I said, at least he wouldn't be emailing me asking me for a fucking donation because I'm pretty sure he funded his entire campaign himself, which is just kind of like a big fuck you to the establishment. And I wish Other politicians would do the same thing because you guys are all fucking millionaires while we're all starving. Like, I just filled up my gas today and it was about $107. Why would I give you $15 for your shitty ass campaign? Do better, Nancy.